Paul DiGiuseppe, Planning Director with the town of Norton, and I'm here today with Emily Chiarelli with the Residences of Greatwoods here in Norton, Massachusetts. And we're here to talk about the residences at Greatwoods, so you get an understanding of what they do and what a great place it is.
Hi Paul, thank you for having me.
And Emily, thank you so much for having me here, especially in this great apartment complex. So Emily, tell us about the services offered here.
Sure. So we are a senior living community, and most folks say, what is that? If you haven't been searching for it and you're not actively worrying about your adult family members, or maybe it's a neighbor, most folks that we service have never walked into an assisted living community. So I like to start with the basics. We have been around for a long time. LCB is a premium quality senior living company that's been operating since the 1990s, and they really honed in on this Norton location when it became a viable property location for us. They were very excited to bring their brand to this community. So we have been LCB owned and operated as the residence at Greatwoods in Norton since February of 2021. So fairly new for our company, but not in this location, but not new to the industry. So many residents around town were familiar with something being here. So this footprint was a previous senior community, and there was actually even a very thriving older skilled nursing facility here for many years that unfortunately was closed, and we are excited about the potential for this location because we're expanding. So what senior living does is we try to get residents to live their best life, be as independent as possible, but knowing there's assistance right beyond the door. So people don't think of it, but most folks don't wake up and say, hey, I want to move out of my home and I want to move to assisted living. So it's a hard decision. There's a lot to navigate. Working with residents, working with families, lots of dynamics. The demographic we serve and that population grew up thinking, I'm going to live the rest of my life at my home. They worked really hard to get that American dream, and it's really tough for them to think about compartmentalizing all of that and what it signifies and their legacy and their hard work, and have to make a move. Many times it's by choice, and other times it's a health crisis and they're in need of more services, and that's what we do. So assisted living differs from a nursing home setting. Nursing home is a medical model, so quite frankly, most seniors at this age may never have walked into a senior community. So in their mind, they're thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to put me somewhere. Right. And that's not the case. This is actually opening a new door to the next chapter for them. Even in our company tagline, it's good times, good friends, great care. So we understand the element of being accessible and resident-centric when it comes to care and engagement and programming, but yet we want the resident to live their best life. We don't want them to have to feel like they're compromising or giving anything up. So that's really what assisted living was designed to do, be that pocket of when someone can't really live safely or successfully at home. Maybe they're alone. We saw through COVID tons of isolation, lots of decline, physically, cognitively, health-wise. So there's a great need for people to be with people. That human connection is so important, and that's what we thrive on here at the residence. And I see a huge change when folks do finally make that move and that decision to move in, and they are pleasantly surprised when they come visit. It's not a nursing home. It's not a medical model. It's amazing that their family will see after just 1 week, 3 weeks, a month, oh my God, mom is the same person as she was. Like, I haven't seen her thriving and this healthy in 5 years. So we definitely peel those onion layers back and get to who that person is. And we encourage them, we invite them. We have a full calendar of programming and engagement every day. As a matter of fact, we have to have at least 6 opportunities for our resident to be connected every day. So they're having, whether it's physical, social, emotional, cognitive, we offer programs that challenge those pillars every day so that they are aging like this and not aging like this. Does that help define, what we do?
That helps to define. So let's say I'm coming in with one of my parents and we visit here. So what can we experience, whether it's the child or the parent who might be moving in?
Right. So typically I get a call and folks are just researching or at the preliminary phase, and then as we discover more and we dive deeper into a conversation, we realize, okay, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of factors, and families usually stressed, they're concerned, they're worried, and I typically will say, let's have an appointment together, come on in. You really don't know what you don't know. So until you come and visit and you experience it, we go through all your questions. I actually dive deeper into mom or dad or your neighbor or your aunt. What are they all about? What are they doing during the day? What's important to them? What was important to them? So I get a lot of discovery, and in that time frame that we visit, we spend a lot of time just doing this, just talking. Then we'll walk the community. I will introduce them to our entire team here. Every team has their own discipline, but they're all very connected to the residents and the resident families. It really is very family-like here. It's one of the homiest, more intimate communities that I've ever worked in, and we try to emulate that for our folks coming in to visit, so they can see it. I introduce them to residents, and then we'll go into an apartment. This is actually one of our apartments. So this is a one-bedroom apartment. It's our standard size. It's a good space. It gives a kitchenette, a living room, a bedroom. We want this to be as close to home as possible. And through the discovery process, we can better understand, where is mom or dad going to be most successful? Is it a smaller studio? Do they need more space? Is it a couple where they do need 2 bedrooms? We even have 2-bedroom apartments here. So we run the range and the gamut that can satisfy all of their needs. Typically after that first appointment, the family may narrow it down. They've got all their questions. They're looking at other places and they're comparing each, whether it be location or price or what they experienced when they walked the halls and came here. 9 out of 10 times, 99%, I will invite the resident back. I want them to come in socially. I want them to experience that as if it were their home. They will get engaged with other residents. We will have lunch together. They get to ask questions, and we try not to overwhelm them. It's a very big decision, and just an hour visit can be exhausting for a senior. So we take it in bits and pieces, and then we talk about next steps.
But it is important as a family member that everyone is comfortable with the situation.
And there's a lot of dynamics that go on, and a lot of times family members are caregivers as well. They're very overwhelmed and they really need guidance, and that's what we do. We take that journey with them, so we're there every part of the process. And at the end of the day, if remaining home a little bit longer with services coming in is what works for them right now, absolutely, we support that. We work with all different agency partners. We have VNA, we have PT, OT, they're in the building every day, making sure our residents have a full 360 wellness approach. We have on-site podiatrists, on-site hearing, anything that a resident's going to need, we try to bring it to them. But yet they can go out on appointments. We have transportation, restaurant style dining. They love that they can go anytime and order an anytime menu or a special. The dining experience is crucial for residents. It's a social experience. It's a time for them to connect with other residents, and it's important. So they become themselves again when they move in and they realize, I really miss this. Their world was shrinking prior to, lots of loss. Sure. They may have lost their spouse. They may be living in a house they've been at for years, and they don't have that connection anymore. They're not driving anymore. They can't get out the way they did. Sundays used to be stop, I'm going to put a pot of coffee on, stop over, let's have a visit. It's not happening as much anymore. It's a changed world. So we bring that to them, and they start to become themselves again, and that's ultimately what we're about. We want you to thrive in this community, and every part of the community is your home. We don't want you just sitting in your apartment all day. We want you engaged and coming out throughout the day.
So as you know, during these times that we're in right now, employment has been an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all having staffing problems, or do you feel like you're fully staffed?
You know, we are fully staffed. We can't be. We can't not be, I should say. Sure, there's challenges. I think that this community has supported their residents so well. As a matter of fact, we have our executive director's been here over 20 years. Our resident care director has been involved with this campus for close to the same time frame. She was the resident nursing director over at the skilled nursing. I have care support staff that have been here over 30 years. So they care about the residents and families, so they're willing to step up as needed. We are doing everything possible to try to get any open position filled. We would love it if the local Norton community would come to us. We make it so simple. You can text us. You look at our QR code. We want to reinvest back in the community, and we want employees here that live and have their own families here. But staffing is certainly a challenge for any health industry, any senior living community. I think we've weathered it really well, and we're always adding more so that we're not in that situation where we don't have enough staff.
Right. Now, you mentioned earlier that this just opened back earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you've made some renovations, but can you tell us about what additional renovations you see coming in the future?
Yes, so LCB now owns and operates this community, and what that means is they are going through and updating the entire space. So all of the apartments have been remodeled and refreshed with new fixtures, updated bathrooms, flooring, everything from A to Z. So all of the apartments were pretty much turned over, and we made it so that existing residents could go to a remodeled apartment. If they wanted to go back to their existing apartment once remodeled, they could. We found most of them wanted to stay in the newer apartment. So they've made such an improvement. I think just having that nice space. We are going through remodeling the common space, but as part of this addition, we're actually adding a brand new Reflections Memory Care, which is a supportive memory care household. It will be a secure household with 24 apartments on the other side of the building, and we are gaining common space. So we're getting a new theater, we're getting a quiet room, we're getting a new gym. So we're getting space that the entire community will be able to take advantage of where we were lacking in this particular footprint. So they're remodeling with what we have and then adding some. So we're very excited about that. That is going to be opening in spring of 2022. And the renovation phase continues now. We're at phase 4. We go all the way up to phase 8. So we will be remodeling, but with the least amount of disruption. So even when you came in today, you didn't see lots of contractors and crews. So we're doing it, as discreetly and as quietly as we possibly can, with the least amount of disruption for our residents. And they're ecstatic with it. They're loving it. We're going to get a brand new kitchen, a remodeled dining room. Where they spend all their time, they're going to get a nice refresh. And who doesn't need a facelift after 10, 15 years?
Or
Most
a
of us
complete makeover in my case. So I know you're here just within the last year, but can you tell us what are some of the community activities, the charitable contributions that you all have done and want to do?
Oh, yes. So LCB as a company typically will support and almost request that every one of their properties is fully engaged in their community and the towns that we service. So we have, a lot of reinvestment back into the community. So we provide programs monthly to the Council on Aging, where we bring it to them. Chef demos, our bar and conditioning and strength program, which is a bar exercise program. That is a huge hit. We had it last week. They loved it. We do, Tai Chi, meditation. We're doing jewelry making there. So basically once a month, we're supporting that. I'm also supporting the COAs with wherever we can in the outlying towns. We do educational talks. We have been doing virtual educational once a month for not only our residents, but the greater town. Once we get closer to the memory care opening, we will have Dementia Live training. We'll be educating everyone on that because it really is living and breathing in all of our communities everywhere in the world. We also do charitable donations. So we supported the annual Halloween parade with a donation, and our residents will participate. They'll go to the parade. They'll go to the veterans. We do veterans coffee hours where the greater community is encouraged and invited to come in. Any of our signature series events, residents enjoy that, but we also have potential prospects. Folks from the greater community come. We have some that come to every single one. They know Chef Sean. They know about our gourmet pizza. They love the food. It's premium quality. It's all made to order, and they will come just to get some of the food to bring home, and we love that.
Food's always a great attractor, right?
We have a food drive going on right now where we're supporting the Norton Cupboard of Kindness Food Pantry. We will have a coat drive that starts in December. So the list goes on and on. So every month and every quarter we choose a different theme or organization to support so that we can give back. It's so important, and that and you know what? We're your neighbors. So our address is in Norton, and all of our residents live here. They are the residents of Norton, and they want to support their neighbors, and we want their neighbors to feel comfortable. Open door policy, come visit anytime.
Well, this is wonderful, and I just want to end it with what are some other things you'd like people to know?
Well, I think that we want to educate folks that yes, we've had a name change. We are a new company, but that doesn't mean that it's scary. It means come on in. We have our signage on the front. We try to put flyers out and everything. Follow us on Facebook. Even the town website will have this video featured. We are a thriving local business, and we really want the folks in town to come visit, feel comfortable. Many of our residents actually are from this area, or their adult children live here, and we're always trying to get them to spread the word. Come see what's different. We really are elevating the qualities and the services here. We want folks to understand it's not a skilled nursing facility, it's a social model, and we are here to enhance the seniors that we service, and it's not anything to avoid. We really want you to come on in and visit us and come to our programs, feel comfortable picking up the phone, touring, and try to and come here to work. We'd love it if you were also an associate here, and there's more to come. So we're very excited about the expansion, and it's only going to get better. So I just want folks to know that the LCB brand is here to stay. We're a Massachusetts-based company, and they're fully committed to the residents and of Norton and the greater community that we serve.
Well, Emily, I want to thank you so much for being here and inviting us here to this wonderful place. Again, everyone, I'm Paul DiGiuseppe, the planning director for the town. And I want to thank Emily for having us here at the residences at Great Woods. And I recommend that if you're interested to give her a call, you can find them on their website, and there should be a web link posted to this video.
I appreciate the opportunity to be able to share what we do here. We're located at 190 Mansfield Ave, easy access. We're right off of 495. You can go to our website and get more information. We're a 24/7 local business, and I invite you to come visit, and I'm excited to meet you, and thank you so much for having me.